Hi children, I hope you all are fine at home with your parents. Today we are going to discuss the northern plains. Children, in previous video we discussed the northern plains. So I gave you the gist of the lesson in the previous video. In this video we are going to explore life in the northern plains. So today we have to discuss the life in the northern plains. So before we are going to the topic, we have to recall the northern plains. Children, we know the northern plains lie to the south of the northern mountains. They extend over 2500 kilometers in length from the Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. So it extends from the Punjab in the west to Assam in the east. We know how are plains formed because of the river and some of the land erosion, air, water, ice like different natural calamities. Yes, because the water is carry the broken pieces of rock, sand and silt. It will move down and settle in a sediment in a one place. In that place it will become a plains. So children, the mostly plains is formed like that. Yes, these rivers flow very swiftly down the mountains and thus carry with them broken pieces of rock, sand and silt. The silt we can call a alluvium. It is one of the good fertile soil. It is the best soil for the plant. And children, when the rivers enters the plains, the fine silt is deposited along the river banks. What is it? Along the river banks, the corner of the river. Yes, this silt is called alluvium. So children, like that the plains is formed. And do you know a river that joins or flows into a large river is called a tributary. Tributary means is nothing but small river or the stream and become the more than small stream and the small river is joined and become a one of the big river, that is we can call a tributary. And what is the opposite of tributary? Yes, distributary. This distributary means is nothing but the end of the river. End of the river, because of the sediment, it will become the branch of the river that flow away from the main stream, away from the big river, is known as the distributary. What is it? Distributary. So tributary means the more than river is joined and become the big river, that is we can call a tributary. Distributary means the opposite of the tributary. That means the end of the river, the big river, the small rivers also, the flow away from the mainstream. It is known as a distributary. So the land area drained by a river and its tributaries is called a basin. Okay children, how many rivers are in the northern plains? How many rivers are in the northern plains? Yes, 3 river basins are there. There are 3 river basins, namely the Sutlej basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. So, name the 3 river basins of the northern plains. Yes, the Sutlej basin, the Ganga basin and the Brahmaputra basin. Children, which soil is found in the northern plains? Which soil is found in the northern plains? Yes, is a correct. Alluvial. What is it? Alluvial soil. Okay children, let's talk about the Sutlej basin. What is it? The Sutlej basin. The Sutlej basin is also called a Indus basin because Sutlej is one of the tributary of Indus. So children, it is along with its tributary. Yes, what is the tributary of Sutlej? Yes, Bias. What is it? Bias. Bias is one of the tributary of Satluj and Satluj is one of the tributary of Indus. So children, Satluj also one of the tributary and flows towards the southwest through the Punjab before joining the Indus River in Pakistan. So children, it will flow through the Pakistan and it will join the Arabian Sea. So the Indus finally flows into the Arabian Sea. And do you know the highest straight gravity dam in the world? Yes, Bakranangal Dam. Which is the highest straight gravity dams in the world? Yes, Bakranangal Dam. Okay children, let's talk about the Ganga Basin. What is it? The Ganga Basin. The Ganga originates from the Gangotri glaciers. So it is originated from the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas. The Ganga is the most important river of the northern plains. So compared to the remaining, the Ganga is the most important river of the northern plains. It flows very swiftly down the mountains and is fed by tributaries such as the Alahananda, Mandakini and Bhagirathi. Here children, the Yamuna which originates from the Yamunotri glaciers is the main tributary of the Ganga. So which is the main tributary of the Ganga? Yes, Yamuna. What is it? The Yamuna. So the Yamuna joins the Ganga, the place we can call as Sangam. What is it? Sangam means two rivers and join and make a big river. So the Yamuna joins the Ganga at Sangam near Allahabad. So the end of the Ganga. So the Ganga splits into many distributaries, namely the Googly and Batma being the most important. So the most important distributaries of the Ganga is Googly and Batma. It split at West Bengal. So the Googly flows through the West Bengal while the Batma enters the Bangladesh. So the Googly flows through the West Bengal. At the same time, Batma enters the Bangladesh. Here the Batma joins the main branch of Brahmaputra. So, the Batma joins the main branch of Brahmaputra and finally drains into the Bay of Bengal. Okay children, let's talk about Brahmaputra Basin. What is it? The Brahmaputra. The Brahmaputra originates in Tibet, where it is called the Sangpo. So, where it is originate is at Tibet. Yes, there it will call as Sangpo and at the same time it enters through the Arunachal Pradesh in India. After Arunachal Pradesh, it flows through the Assam into Bangladesh. In Assam, it will call as Dihong. At the same time, in Bangladesh, it will call Jamuna. That means Jamuna is a Bengal wave. In Bangladesh, it will call Jamuna. So children, the main distributary of Brahmaputra joins Batma, the main distributary of Ganga, and merge with Meghna river and before entering the Bay of Bengal. So children, today we are going to discuss life in the northern plains. What is it? Life in the northern plains. But children, we already discussed life in the northern mountains. So the both also is a northern place, but that is a mountains, it is a plains. So the both lives also different. How? Because the person where they live, it will become the person's life. So the person's life is depending on the surroundings. So our personal characters, food, clothes, cultures is everything is depending on the surroundings. So today we are going to discuss life in the northern plains. Okay children, let's talk about Punjab. So what is the capital of the Punjab? Yes, Chandigarh. Chandigarh is the capital of the Punjab. It is a well-planned city. So Chandigarh is a well-planned city. Amritsar in Punjab is known as Golden Temple. So which is we can call a Golden Temple? Yes, Amritsar in Punjab. So Amritsar in the Punjab is known for the Golden Temple. Here other important cities also there. And children, do you know the other important cities are Ludhiana, Jalandhar and Patiala. So Ludhiana, Jalandhar and Patiala are other important cities of Punjab. Children, we know in a different place the persons speak different languages. Like Punjab, the people also speak different languages. There are Punjabi and Hindi. So, Punjabi and Hindi are important languages of Punjab. And one more thing, the different festivals also. There are Guru Purab, Baisagi, Lohiri and Diwali. They are most popular festivals that are celebrated with zeal and vigor. So these are the most important festivals in Punjab also. So in different places the person is playing and dancing in a different dance. Like in Punjab, Bhangra and Gita are well known folk dances of the Punjab. So here Bhangra and Gita are well known folk dances of the Punjab. Here the climate of the Punjab is extremely hot during summer and extremely cold during winter. So here in a summer in a hot and winter is very cold. So listen here, the climate of the Punjab is extremely hot during the summer and extremely cold during winter. So the people here, agriculture is the main industry. So which is the main occupation of Punjab? Yes, agriculture. So agriculture is the main occupation of Punjab. Children, besides agriculture, textiles, hosiery and sports goods are vital industries. Not only in agriculture, the person is doing other things like textiles, hosiery and sports goods also. In Punjab, the person take different types of food according to the climate. Yes, make the roti, sarsanta shak, lassi, parandas and white butter are throughout the state of Punjab. These are the famous food in Punjab also. Children, where does the word Punjab come from? Yes, because when you split the Punjab, we can call a Panj plus 5. That means Panj plus app. The Panj means we know in Hindi the letter 5. The number is a 5. Ek, do, tin, cha, 5. Yes. So, Panj means is a 5 and app means is a water. So, now you have to add 5 water. Yes. Thus, Punjab literally means the land of 5 rivers. The water means here is a river. Yes. The land of 5 rivers. The river that flow through the Punjab are the Beas, Chenab, Jhelum, Ravi and the Satluj. These 5 rivers that flow through the Punjab, that only we can call a Punjab. So now we know the word Punjab is derived from the river. Yes, this makes the state fertile and ideal for growing crops. So much so that the Punjab is often referred to as the bread basket of India. What is it? Bread basket of India, otherwise granary of India. So children, which place is called a bread basket of India. Which is we can call a bread basket of India? Yes, the Punjab. So the Punjab, it means land of 5 rivers. So children, now we clear how we get a Punjab. Yes. Okay children, next state is Haryana. What is it? Haryana. Haryana is fed by the river Yamuna and the Sutlej. So the Haryana is fed by the river Yamuna and the Sutlej, which provide water for irrigation and also make the land fertile. So the Haryana is ideal for growing crops because of the Yamuna and Sutlej river flow through the Haryana. So what is the main occupation in Haryana? Yes, of course, the agriculture. So agriculture is the main occupation of the people living in Haryana. So the Haryana, which is the main occupation? Yes, agriculture because of the water. Yes. Yes. Besides, many people are engaged in cattle rearing and dairy farming. So children, not only in agriculture, the person also depending on the others like cattle rearing and dairy farming also. Children, the people not only depend on the field, the person is moving to the other financial and industrial center also. That means Gurgaon is the leading financial and industrial center is located in Haryana. Not only field, here they have a financial and industrial center also. That means Gurgaon is the leading financial and industrial center is located in Haryana. So here the people speak Haryanvi and Hindi. So here the person is speaking Haryanvi and Hindi are the main languages spoken in this state. So this state the people speak Haryanvi and Hindi. And one more thing, here the Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana as well. Children, here we have a small doubt because of the capital city. In previous state, that means Punjab, we can check the Chandigarh is the capital. But now we also check the Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana as well. Yes, it's not a wrong. The both also correct because the only one capital city is respond for the both state Punjab and Haryana. So that means the Chandigarh is the capital of both Punjab and Haryana. So listen here, the Chandigarh is the one of the capital city is the both responsible for a Punjab and Haryana. So children, which is the capital city of Punjab and Haryana? Yes, the Chandigarh. So which is the capital city of Haryana? Yes, Chandigarh. Now we have to discuss our capital city of India. That means which is our capital city? Yes, Delhi. Now we will discuss about the Delhi. Children, we know Delhi is also known as the National Capital Territory of India. What is it? National Capital Territory of India. So, New Delhi is the capital of India. Which is the capital of India? Yes, New Delhi. It is situated on the banks of the Yamuna. Here, the offices of the central government of India and the local government of Delhi have their headquarters here. So, the offices of the central government and the local government of Delhi have their headquarters here. So, children, the Delhi is the cosmopolitan city. What is it? Cosmopolitan city. That means including people from many different countries. Including people from many different countries. That's only we can call a Delhi is a cosmopolitan city. People of different cultures live here. So, including people from many different countries, the person is living in a Delhi. That is we can call a cosmopolitan. All major festivals of India are celebrated in Delhi because of the capital city of our country. Yes, children. So here the all major festival of India are celebrated in Delhi. So what is the main languages spoken in Delhi? Yes, Hindi, English and Punjabi. So Hindi, English and Punjabi are the most main languages spoken in Delhi. So what are the main languages spoken in Delhi? Yes, Hindi, English and Punjabi. These are the main languages spoken by Delhi. People in Delhi, there are famous tourist attraction places are there, namely Red Fort, Qutub Minar, India Gate, Jama Masjid, Humayun's Tomb, Jantar Mantar and many more. These places are mostly the tourist person is attracted. Yes. Okay children, let's talk about Uttar Pradesh. What is it? Uttar Pradesh. So what is the capital of Uttar Pradesh? Yes, the capital of Uttar Pradesh is Lucknow. So what is the capital of Uttar Pradesh? Yes, Lucknow is the capital of Uttar Pradesh and it is the most populated state of India. So compared to Rajasthan, in Uttar Pradesh, the population is high because the Rajasthan is the largest state by area wise. But here the Uttar Pradesh is the most populated state of India. So which is the most populated state of India? Yes, Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh is the most populated state of India. Children, we know which soil is the very fertile. Yes, alluvium. The alluvium is one of the very and good fertile soil. So, in Uttar Pradesh, we can find alluvium. So, the soil here is very fertile because of the alluvium deposited by the Ganga and its tributaries. So, in Uttar Pradesh, we can find alluvium soil. So, that only this state will become a fertile. And Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of sugarcane in India. So, because of the alluvium soil, the Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of sugarcane in India. So, which state is the largest producer of sugarcane in India? Yes, Uttar Pradesh. Because of the alluvium soil is deposited by the Ganga and its tributaries. Not only sugarcane, besides wheat, rice, maize and pulses are also grown. So please children listen, not only sugarcane but the person is filled the wheat, rice, maize and pulses are also grown in Uttar Pradesh. In Uttar Pradesh, people speak Hindi and Urdu are the main languages. So Hindi and Urdu are the main languages the people speak by Uttar Pradesh. So what is the main festival celebrated in Uttar Pradesh? Yes, the main festivals celebrated are Eid, Diwali, Dasara and Holi. So Eid, Diwali, Dasara and Holi are some of the main festivals celebrated in Uttar Pradesh. So these are the main festivals of the Uttar Pradesh. Children, people from all corners of India gather at Mathura Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh to feel the essence of Holi. So, here the person celebrated the holy festivals. So, the people from the all corners of India gather at Mathura Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh. So, the people is all gathered at Mathura Vrindavan to celebrate the Holi festival. So, the Holi is one of the most and famous festival in Uttar Pradesh. Children, we know very well, we are like to watch the most historical places. Yes, like that we everybody love and take the few photos of the historical places. Like we know, we like our Taj Mahal also. It is also one of the famous and great historical places. So the Taj Mahal built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. So who built the Taj Mahal? Yes, the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Stands beautiful at Agra in Uttar Pradesh. So where is Taj Mahal is located? Yes, Agra in Uttar Pradesh. So Taj Mahal is located at Agra in Uttar Pradesh. So children, actually it is a mausoleum built of white marble. What is it? Mausoleum built of white marble. That means it's nothing but group of tomb. What is it? Group of tomb. That so everybody's love the beautiful Taj Mahal, but it is one of the tomb. What is it? Tomb. Yes, that is a kallarai. So the Taj Mahal literally means crown of palaces. What is it? Crown of palaces. And is truly the jewel of Muslim art in India. It has been recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and was once a part of the seven wonders of the world. What is it? The Taj Mahal is one of the seven wonders of the world. Yes. Let's talk about Bihar. Bihar also one of the northern plains. Here, Patna is the capital of Bihar. So children, which is the capital of Bihar? Yes, the Patna. The Patna is the capital of Bihar. It is also situated in the Ganga basin. So, we know very well in the northern plains is very fertile. So, in Bihar also the soil is very fertile and ideal for the cultivation of crops. But here the rice is the main crop of the state. So, which is the main crops of the Bihar? Yes, rice. Which is the main crop of the Bihar? Yes, rice. Rice is the main crop of the Bihar. Not only is the rice, the remaining crops also is there. The remaining crops are wheat, sugarcane and jute are also grown here. Wheat, sugarcane and jute are also grown here. In Bihar, the people speak Hindi, Bhojpuri, Mathili and Magadhi are widely spoken. Here, the people speak the different languages like Hindi, Bhojpuri, Mathili, and Magadhi are widely spoken. Okay, children. Chhat Puja is one of the important festivals of Bihar. The Chhat Puja is important festivals of Bihar. Do you know this festival is dedicated to worship of sun? Yes, that is dedicated to worship of sun. Children, do you know here the cities of Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are important religious centers. So Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are important religious center. What do you mean by the word religious center? What do you mean by the word religious center? Children, religious means is nothing but a building or a defined or enclosed place used or constructed or adapted to used either regularly or occasionally as a church, chapel, masjid and temple or other place where public worship is or religious. So children, it is a place the person moving to and give the some of the worship to the God. That is we can call a religious center. So the cities of Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are important religious center. Do you know the Nalanda was an ancient Buddhist university? So it is one of the university. Yes, it ancient kingdom of Magadha in India. Here, Buddhist texts describe it as a Mahavira. So, children, here the person is study the more than things in a same university. So, the next Bodh Gaya. It is a village in the northeast Indian state of Bihar. Consider one of the most important Buddhist pilgrimage sites. So it is one of the most Buddhist pilgrimage cities. So children, Nalanda and Bodh Gaya are important religious centers of Bihar. Okay children, let's talk about West Bengal. Children, the land of West Bengal is very fertile since googly. That means the distributary of the river Ganga flows through it. Children, the Ganga split into many distributaries. Here, the Googly and the Batma being the most important distributaries. So, where the Ganga split into many distributaries? Yes, at West Bengal. Here, Googly and Batma. It is the most main distributaries of the Ganga. Children, the Googly flows through the West Bengal. At the same time, Batma enters the Bangladesh. So, because of the Googly, the West Bengal is very fertile soil. Yes, here rice and jute are the main crops cultivated on the soil of West Bengal. So we know very well because of the googly, the West Bengal is one of the very fertile soil. So the rice and jute are main crops cultivated on the soil of West Bengal. So children, which is the main crops at West Bengal? Yes, rice and jute. Which is the main crop cultivated of West Bengal? Yes, rice and jute are the main crops cultivated on the soil of West Bengal. So, here rice and fish is the staple food. So, which is the staple food here? Rice and fish. We know very well because of the surroundings we choose the food, clothes and everything. So, here the person choosing rice and fish is the staple food. In West Bengal, the people speak Bengali. So children, what is the official language of the state? Yes, Bengali. Bengali is the official state language. So, the official language of the state is Bengali. People here celebrate Durga Puja is the main festival of the West Bengal and is celebrated with zeal and vigor. So, what is the main festival of West Bengal? Yes, Durga Puja. Durga Puja is the main festival of West Bengal. Here, jute, textile and silk are notable industries. So, apart from the agriculture, here jute, textile and silk are notable industries. Some industries also is there. Yes. So, Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal. So, what is the capital of West Bengal? Yes, Kolkata. Kolkata is the capital of West Bengal. So, children, not only agriculture, here some of the industries also very notable like jute, textile and silk. See, Assam. Children, here the Brahmaputra flows through the state of Assam, making the land very fertile. So, the Brahmaputra enters in India through the Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. So, only two states in India the Brahmaputra river is flow. That is, one is the Arunachal Pradesh and another one is the Assam. So, children, the Brahmaputra flows through the state of Assam, making the land very fertile. So, it receives a good amount of rainfall. Hence, it is ideal for the cultivation of rice and jute. So, what is the ideal crops in Assam? Yes, rice and jute. What is it? Rice and jute is the ideal for the rice and jute. It is the ideal crop of the Assam. So children, what is the capital of Assam? Yes, Dispur. So what is the capital of Assam? Yes, Dispur. Dispur is the capital of Assam. Hence, Dispur is the capital of the state. But still, which is the biggest city? Yes, Guwahati. So Guwahati is the biggest city of Assam. So in Assam, the people speak Assamese. It is the official language. So what is the official language in Assam? Yes, Assamese. The harvest festival of Bihu is popularly celebrated. So what is the famous harvest festival in Assam? Yes, Bihu. Bihu is the famous festival. So, which is the famous festival of the Assam? Yes, the harvest festival of Bihu is a popularly celebrated. Refining of oil, rearing of silkworms and handicraft are important industries of Assam. Not only agriculture, the people is doing another extra work also like refining of oil, rearing of silkworms and handicraft are important industries of Assam. Let's talk about Tripura. Agartala is the capital of Tripura. Agartala is the capital of Tripura. So children, here what is the capital? Yes, Agartala. Agartala is the capital of Tripura. The people here speak Bengali and Kokporak are the main languages spoken in Tripura. So what is the main languages in Tripura? Yes, Bengali and Kokporak are the main languages spoken in Tripura. And here the rice and jute are the main crops. So what are the main crops at Tripura? Rice and jute. Besides, plenty of bamboo grows here, which is used for making huts, furniture and handicraft. Okay children, let's review the Northern Plains. Children, from this chapter, we have learned about the Northern Plains and life in the Northern Plains. Children, the Northern Plains are divided into 3 basins. So how many basins? Yes, 3. There are the Sutlej basins, the Ganga basins and the Brahmaputra basins. So, the Northern Plains are divided into 3 basins, namely Sutlej, Ganga and Brahmaputra. So, here alluvium is fine silt deposited on the banks of rivers. So, alluvium is a soil from we can getting from the rivers. So, children, the alluvium, that is the rivers, flow very swiftly down the mountains, and this time it carry with them broken pieces of rock, sand and silt. The silt is called alluvium. So children, when rivers flow through the mountain, it will carry the some of the silt, that means sand, some of the things, that is we can call alluvium. It is makes the soil fertile. That means the alluvium is one of the good for the growing crops. So the alluvium is one of the best for the crops. That only it will call a alluvium soil is the fertile soil. Yes, so alluvium is fine silt deposited on the bank rivers. So the alluvium is fine silt deposited on the banks of rivers. It makes the soil very fertile. Children, every rivers they have some of the small river, that is we can call a tributary. So a tributary is a small river which joins a larger rivers, whereas the branch of a river that flows away from the main stream is known as a distributary. So tributary means is a small river, it will join the large river. At the opposite is a distributary. It means from the main river, the small rivers is flow away from. So it is we can call a distributary. So listen, the Ganga and Brahmaputra drain into the Bay of Bengal. So here the Ganga basin and Brahmaputra basin is drained into the Bay of Bengal. At the same time, the Satluj is drained into the Arabian Sea. Okay children, different states have a different culture, food habits, traditional clothes, etc. because of the surrounding. Yes, everybody is depending on our environment. Yes, so here the northern plains also they have a unique style. So from this the northern plains we watch Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, Assam and Tripura. These are the northern plains we watched.